shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Indeed, like, comment, and subscribe, not just to this channel, but also to Forest Fan TV as well. First and foremost, we've got a shout out Wolfie, who's joined us on Forest Fan TV. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest live preview for tomorrow's game. Wolfie, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's good to be back with you boys. Yeah, another game that's making me crap myself, but you know, this is the Premier League, man. This is the Premier League.
Big up, man. I was gonna say, like, even again, it's not in an arrogant way, but as a Liverpool fan, we go into most games as the favorite and thinking, yeah, we can win.
What does that feel like, bro? What does that feel like? Talk to me about that feeling.
It's got its gifts and its curses. So some games you go and you win and you're like, yeah, that was routine. But other games you go into and you're like, yeah, we're gonna win this, and then you get a loss or a draw and it's heart-wrenching. But
do you get that thing, bro, where like even if you win, sometimes you can be annoyed because the win wasn't good enough?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
man, I love that feeling. I love that feeling.
Oh no!
One day, man. Like Matt, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. Like we were saying just before, just tired, didn't it? We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot, man.
Steve, you had football this morning, so I was up early this morning. So
yeah,
it's early. They better like in the audience, man. They better get in that like and subscribe. They don't know the sacrifices we make, do they, boys?
100, man.
But also, not just to this channel, but also to Forest Fan TV, guys. All you got to do is click the link in the title on YouTube, and it'll take you straight to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, and make sure you go and support the guys. Wolfie, what do you make of Forest's start? Sitting 15th in the league, no win in the last 5. But you are playing good football, and you seem to be like everyone's second/third favorite team in the league. How are you feeling about this season?
It's fine margins, bro. Like at 5:02 last Saturday, we were 9th in the table. Yeah,
mad.
Oh, right.
9th. And then, of course, our beloved captain Joe Worrell does what he does, and we throw a 2-goal lead away to Luton, and we go to 15th. It's true when they say, you know, football's defined by seconds and fine margins and what have you. And yeah, that one annoyed me. I think it annoyed a lot of the fan base. You don't throw away a 2-goal lead against championship team Luton. I'll be arrogant about it. I don't like them. But I got memed by it, but it is what it is. But yeah, our season so far, it's kind of, if you'd asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have said we were on par to where we needed to be. But it's a bit weird because we beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, which most wouldn't have had us down to. And most of us were expecting to beat Luton and Burnley at home, and we drew with them. We just scraped by Sheffield United. I think what's interesting about Forest's season, something I say a lot about Cooper, is I think he prefers playing the likes of Liverpool because he likes to be the underdog. Because his natural instinct is to be defensively minded, lock it up and try and hit on the counter-attack. And when we're playing the likes of a Luton or a Burnley, where we've got to break the team down, where we're the favourites now, you know, second season into the Premier League, I think that's where he's struggling. So I don't think he'd admit it publicly, but I think he would prefer a clash like this weekend as opposed to, you know, doing a Luton or a Burnley. So our season so far, I'd say we're 2 to 4 points roughly below where we should be. But, you know, I don't think it's going to be a relegation battle just because there's worse teams than us. You know, that's where I think we are at the moment, boys.
No, I hear that. Matt, from a Liverpool standpoint, last season we played Forest twice, obviously, in the league. The game away, they beat us. And they actually... I'd say on the balance of play, they deserved it. We had our chances, but we were very wasteful on the day, and Nottingham Forest defended really well, attacked when they needed to, and they got the job done. At Anfield, we won the game, but again, far from convincing, and you could argue that Forest maybe deserved a point out of the game. So, yes, on paper, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest should be a routine win. But even before we started this, you said it's not going to be easy. What's your thoughts on the game, bro?
It's weird because, like Wolfie was just saying, they went from 9th to 15th in like the space of how many seconds and whatnot. And Nottingham Forest are a team that are better than where they are now. So I know at some point they're going to be, in my opinion, they will finish inside the top 10. Do you know who I'm really worried about? But I'm not too sure whether he's going to be available. You know the striker that used to play for us.
Awani.
Is he available? He's not. Okay, so
I'll be honest with you, bro. We don't know,
Cooper.
right? We don't know because like Cooper is very, very subtle when it comes to about injuries. We know he's nearly back, but Cooper's kind of disclaiming that he's gonna be back. He has to be back because we got no attacking players. Yeah, all of our players are
because
injured.
Chris Wood scored twice for you lot, didn't he? It was Chris Wood, right? He got the double. I know. There's a difference between Chris Wood and our. Because the thing is that, like I was saying, yeah, our Nini, if he plays against us tomorrow, he will be an absolute menace because he's that physical striker. He likes to run in behind as well. He'll chase everything down. He'll fight for everything. He's the type of striker that defenders don't like playing against. And you know what's so mad? He found that goal scoring touch last season as well. And he became one of your most important players alongside Gibbs White as well. So going from what Cal said in terms of like how difficult I think this game will be, if he does play, I think we're going to be in for one hell of a game. And it's not going to be easy to break you lot down. And like you said before, going up against your team at Anfield, you will do that defensive low block, and it'll be up to us to try and create something and break you lots down. But we have to be aware of the counter attack because in transition, Alanga, Gibbs White are very, very good. And all it needs is that you bought the CDM. What's his name? The new guy.
Sangare, the guy you lot wanted.
Yes.
Sangare. Now he started off not too shabby as well. So I do think that there's danger there. I'm not taking you lot for granted at all. I know some Liverpool fans might look at it and just go, "Oh, it's not in the Forest. They're 15th. We should be beating them." And yeah, we are the favourites, but it's going to be one hell of a game. I'll tell you that much. It's not going to be a walk in the park. No chance.
It's spot on. For me, Taiwo really did, especially in the home game last year against Virgil. He bullied him, man. He bullied him. Really, and he destroyed Gomez.
Yeah, he caused Kanate. I remember he caused Kanate a lot of problems as well. And Kanate, I would arguably say he's the more he's the more aggressor. Yeah, more physical. He likes to get fit. But he's causing Kanate so much problems.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know, mate. I don't think he'll be back in, but Cooper may chuck him in because, as I was saying, Elanga's out. Well, he might be out. Again, it's cryptic from Cooper. He's been ill the last 3 days. We know Callum Hudson-Odoi is out. Your boy Origi is out. He hasn't been great. I'll be honest with you. He's not been. He hasn't started great. You know.
Yeah, I've heard.
I think
don't know if you saw the team photo.
Yeah, go on.
It looks like he's pregnant. It's like
he come back really out of shape.
Overweight. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, don't get me wrong. The thing is, in Milan, he didn't really do what he was supposed to do, but then he didn't really play because he started off with a bad injury as well, if I'm not mistaken, when he went to Milan. Then he had a couple of games when he was all right, scored a few wonder goals, but didn't have consistency. Origi, here's the thing about Origi. Hopefully, Drift ain't watching. Origi has so much talent, but consistency is where it lets him down. But again, I do feel like this would be if he was fit, unfortunately, this would have been the perfect game for Origi to maybe play against us, where he might feel like, do you know what, this is the time when I can kind of get back into your lot's first 11 and make a name for himself at Forest.
Yeah. Do you reckon he's just never been given a consistent run in a team to
That's very true as
get, because strikers are all about, confidence and form, etc. I don't think he ever got a run at Liverpool. I know he's a bit of a cult hero. He scored some key goals.
Right, though. Yeah.
But is he as good as potentially he could be? I think he could have been a lot better had he maybe left Liverpool a bit earlier, gone lower down into a team, and then got himself a run in a team and been more consistent. I think that's been his main problem throughout his career.
I agree with that. I also would. Shall I tell you what I think works against Origi sometimes? Maybe more so for Klopp. Origi's very nonchalant. But I don't think that coincides with work ethic.
Yeah.
But however, if I'm not mistaken, before Matt, like a couple of the Liverpool players, when they ask them like quick fire questions, they say, "Oh, who's the worst trainer or stuff?" A few of them said Origi. Now we know what Klopp's like. If you're not a good trainer, no matter how good you are, unless you're Messi, if you're not a good trainer, you're not going to play consistently for Liverpool. So I think that may have
Agreed,
worked
yeah.
against him, and maybe he's taken that to other clubs and all that. But the thing is, when Origi's on form and he's firing, he's one of the hardest people to play against. He's tall, he's strong, he's got good technique with both feet, he's quick. But you're right, it just hasn't worked out for him. And I mean,
he can play in a couple of
Weird.
positions, can't he? He played out wide a few times.
He can,
for you guys
yeah.
as well.
and
He
you
can
think
do
for
that.
Belgium, it should almost be like it should be him and Lukaku. That's who it should be.
Agreed.
It should have been for the last decade, but just hasn't really worked out for him.
Yeah.
Shame.
I don't know, but don't worry, he's probably not going to play. You're just going to have to deal with Chris Wood, who is technically in form, boys. 3 goals in like 3 appearances ish, roughly, you know. But I mean, 19 million quid for Chris Wood. I still can't get over how much.
Paid 19.
19 million. 19 million.
Hold on, what? You could have got like anybody.
Don't.
Sorry,
19.
but I didn't know it was 19 for Chris Wood though.
Boys, we paid 4 million to loan him last season. Yeah. And then the contract was obligation to buy if he played 3 games. And then the option was for him to decide, if he wanted to join Forest. Yeah. So check this. He played 3 games, one of which he came on as a sub. Yeah. He takes the option up. We then paid 4 million for the loan, then 15 million for the fee. Yeah. And he got injured that game and was out until August this year. So we paid 4 million literally for 3 games. He did score against Man City, bless him. But yeah, like, I got nothing against the guy personally. It's the deal is the dumbest deal. Like you said, what could you buy with 19 million? He's 31 years old and he's on a 1-year contract. So we're gonna get it's the dumbest deal I've ever heard.
It's like once that 19, you just paid 19 mil for like 1 year, and then it's like he's gone.
Exactly,
because you won't.
So basically, what we're seeing is Newcastle hustled you, but AC Milan hustled Newcastle with Tonali.
Bro, Newcastle pulled our pants down, right? Because they didn't just give us him. They sent us Shelby, your boy Shelby as well, yeah?
I forgot about Shelby. Yeah.
Has he even played for you lot?
I don't think he has.
Like, you know what? I'll give him credit. He got an assist for the other team. Yeah, I think it was against Villa. He gave them an assist. Sorry, 2, because he gave away a penalty at Everton. Yeah. And then he fell out with the club. Again, this is all within 6 months. And then he's been shipped off to Turkey on loan because no one wanted to buy him. So that's another 6 million. So Newcastle took 25 million from us for their deadwood. I started calling us the Newcastle retirement home, man. The amount of crap we were picking up from Newcastle last season was ridiculous.
No. You could have got, like, you know, when you was talking, I was just thinking, what's a random, not random striker, but I was like, you could have got someone like Danny Ings or something for less. Like someone of that caliber, like.
Yeah. Renowned goal scorer. Yep, I know.
I'm just so confused. Yeah, that's just confusing to me.
Yeah.
But listen, there's always going to be one player where you might not dislike them, but you look at that deal and just go, this makes no sense for our club. It happens to all of us. Trust me.
Nunes 90 million or whatever you paid for him.
I was waiting. I was going to see what you're going to say.
Nunes is all right.
Yeah, he's doing well for us. He's doing well for us. I'll be honest, he had his critics, and I was one of his harshest critics, and I think so was Cal last season. But I'll tell you one thing, he has started this season like a house on fire. Started very, very well. So
just on that, Wolfie, who do you look at Liverpool and see as the main threat from the outside?
I think, like, I remember doing a video on you boys, not you boys in particular, as in Liverpool before the start of last season. And we were talking about your midfield and how aging and declining it was, and you didn't address it. Yeah, and I thought you would struggle last year. I've got receipts, I've got a video on it, and it played out. And then when I saw your recruitment this summer, I was like, that's better, much better. Because you know what, there's a generational thing with Forest and Liverpool. If you're from an older generation, Forest fans hate Liverpool because of the European days. Me, my generation, Man U were winning everything. I can't stand them. So while we were in the championship, I'm like, come on, Liverpool, man, do the goddamn Manx, you know. So there's this generational thing. But when I saw you recruit this summer, I thought, good. This is Liverpool going to be back in. Make sure Man U finish lower down the table. I don't think you'll win it. Yeah. And I think I really like Gravenberg. He's a player that I've been watching for a while. I think he's underrated. Bro, he's underrated. Yeah. He was really good when he was in the Dutch league. Excuse me. He didn't make it at Bayern, but I think under Klopp, he will come well. And then Slobbersley, if I've said it right, he's been a revelation for you. But I think the biggest player that doesn't get enough credit for you guys was Diaz. You lost so much of him last season, right? And he was taking over big boots in Mane. Yeah, and it was so clear last year that you were missing him. And I think this year he's going to be so key to your season. I know you got 5 great attackers, yeah, but I just like the way he plays, man. I like the way he plays. And I think he is so underrated, in my opinion. So that's what I would say.
You know, hearing that from a rival, that says
Wolfie
a lot.
He knows ball, bro.
No, it does, but it's so mad though. But sometimes our own fans, and even I could be guilty of this, or some players, sometimes we don't appreciate, like, from our perspective, but you look at someone else's perspective and it's like, no, you don't realize what you guys have at your disposal. Like, this guy has X factor written all over him. I think a lot of us Liverpool fans, we rate him so highly, and we know the level he can be at, because of, dare I say it, if it wasn't for the injury, I reckon a lot of people would be unanimously be saying, like, he's one of the best attackers in world football. Not even just like in the Prem, but because the injury, in my opinion, is setting back a little bit, there's question marks now, because he's got to try and build back up that consistency. But we know the talent is there. The talent is there for Diaz all day. He's that, and
it's not easy. Mane, man, what he did for you guys, you know,
dude,
legend there. You don't just come in and you got to earn that place and that respect. And I just think you missed out on him so much last season. But but in terms of, I like what you did in the midfield as well. What I would say, you haven't got a CDM, in my opinion. I know you got Endo in. He hasn't. I know he played in the European game, but I was expecting you guys to get a full solid CDM, because I don't think McAllister's a 6. I see him more as an 8. And I think you'll be okay with that against the bigger, the smaller clubs. Sorry, you know, the ones you'll be attacking most of the time against. But where you come up against those tight matches, you know, in the big key games for what you guys are going to try and achieve this season, you may struggle not having that out and out CDM. Sangare would have been perfect for you guys, you know, sit there in the 6 and he can boss that midfield. So I think that's where I'd be worried if I was a Liverpool fan. You should be able to clean up with that midfield, but when you need to be a bit more defensive in that discipline, I think it's just not quite there on the balance yet.
Fully agree with that.
That's a fair comment, and I agree with that as well. You
know, Wolfie, what do you see as your starting 11 tomorrow? Who do you predict to be in your starting 11?
2 goalkeepers, 10 defenders, extra players on, bro. Because seriously, we've got. I'm not even joking. If you believe what Cooper's saying, we got Chris Wood and Morgan Gibbs-White as our only fit attackers. Problem we did in the summer, we recruited too heavily in the defense and the defensive side of the midfield, which you can understand because you kind of recruit from the back and work your way up. And I know we get memes about we bought 6 billion players and what have you, but we needed it, right? So I think tomorrow, the one thing I'm certain of is the midfield is going to be Sangare, Mangala, and Dominguez. And I will big up all 3 of those players. Dominguez has come in and just clicked straight away, the Argentinian. He strings all around. Even when we went away to Man City, he was controlling the game in the second half. Yes, they were down to 10 men, but it's Man City, man. They could have 5 men and they'd still dominate. Mangala has come to life, the Belgium international. He's kind of just, you know, knitting it in between those 2. Sangare, I would say, if I'm being honest, he hasn't like hit the ground running like Dominguez has, but I think he's easing into the pace of the Premier League. But that midfield 3 is working. What they do, they can control the midfield, but they're not brilliant at kind of, you know, creating chances and what have you outside of Dominguez at the moment. So I definitely think it'll be that midfield 3. The question is, will Cooper have the kahunas to go back 4 against you, or will he go back 5? I think he'll go back 5.
Yeah.
Really?
Because even though he's switched into a 4-3-3, we haven't really. This is the first big away game we've had since the transfer window's closed. Yeah, apart from, did we play Man City after? But they went down to 10 men. So I think he'll go to a back five. I think you'll have Murillo. Watch out for Murillo, our Brazilian wonder kid in defense.
He's a good player, you know.
Yeah.
I remember when you bought. I'm trying to remember. Where did you buy him from again? Can you remember?
Corinthians, yeah, Brazil.
Because I heard some
Highly
noise.
touted.
Yeah, some noise about him, and some people saying like he's a really good big talent, obviously back home. And I was like, okay, let me keep an eye on him. He looks good, you know, solid defender. I just think, just needs more experience, and we'll see what.
Bro, and he's like this, right? His shoulders come out here. He's got that Brazilian flair. I don't know if you saw the Palace match; it was pretty boring, but he just literally ran through the whole team, skilled and ball rolled, couple of fake kicks, and we're like, "Go on, son!" Gets to the easy bit. He did all the hard bit, and then he just shot straight at the keeper. But defensively, he's solid. Bolly as well, the ex-Wolves player.
Solid,
solid. He's been solid, man. I'd probably say he's been our best player this season. Okay. And then I think he'll bring Niakate back into the team to make it a 3, who caused you guys problems with his throw-ins. If you remember at the Anfield match. Yeah. He can do it from a standing throw. It's kind of Rory Delap settings, but standing throw, but it's got this low trajectory on it that gets in there. So I think he'll come in, and I think he may drop Serge Aurier, maybe bring in your boy Nico Williams back again, who scored that deflected goal against you last season. The one I hope doesn't come in is Tavares. Sorry, bro?
Nico doesn't play as much, though, does he?
Bro, he ain't great, man. I'll be straight. I mean, we paid 17 million for him. You pulled our pants down on that one as well.
I see. If I see, listen, our fan base was very loyal to Nico Williams.
Yeah,
I kept on saying for a long time he needs to go. But what it was that I think at the time we also had who was the other right back we had, Cal? Keanu Hova, but look how well that's worked out. So even though I was saying Nico ain't the truth,
ended up bad.
Neither was Key Van Hova. So yeah,
but you're right. He hasn't had much game time, because I'll tell you what it is. He's not a right back. He's a right wing back, in my opinion.
Yes.
He struggles to defend in a 4, but put him in a 5, and suddenly he does come to life a bit, like you saw with his goal against you guys last season. I'm not convinced he will start. I think he'll still be Aurier, but the one I don't want to start is bloody Tavares, man. The guy who got him from loan from Arsenal, man. I just don't rate him. So I think it'll be Einar on the left side, and he's really good. We got him on a free. No one had heard of him. He'd been at West Ham and Fulham, and he was in France when we picked him up. And he's kind of just clicked, but he's coming back from an injury. And then the front two, I think, subject to injury, will be Morgan Gibbs-White in the 10, and then £19 million. Most highly paid player at Forest on 90k a week, Chris Wood.
We got Chris Wood.
Right.
Matt, we've now got a job of trying to pick a Liverpool team. So, I'm going to bring up the screen. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah.
All right. So, obviously, Alisson.
We know Ali's in goal.
Ali starts.
I know Trent started on Thursday. However, I think Trent starts again.
You think Trent starts again, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, what's the feel on Trent these days, boys? I know he's kind of been a bit divisive over the last season or two.
I want him in midfield.
Same. I want him full-time in midfield.
Full-time midfield.
Yeah, I think us trying to do the whole inverted, and when we try, the thing is, inverted works very well when you transition, when you're going from defense to attack. But for us, like you said, with no DM, when we have to transition back from attack to defense, we get caught a lot. And Konate is asked to do so much on that right hand. Whoever plays on that side is asked to do so much. Yeah. Because that's where the inverted is on that right hand side. Whoever's playing the right side of centre back, you're in for a long day.
Yeah.
So,
all right, I'm gonna go Matt. If it's Chris Wood, I'm going Matip and Virgil. Matt.
I'm going Ibu and Virgil. Shock.
Wait, how can you go Konate? Shouldn't he be suspended after the Everton game?
It weren't ascended. So here's the.
You know what? You nearly had me then. I thought, wait a minute, it's Konate suspended. I was like, all right.
He should be.
Do you think he was ascending off?
Do you think so? Do you think he should have been, or do you think it's one of
the
ones where...
Come on, you're not going to put your red goggles on that one, surely.
I think he touches the player, but I don't think it's yellow card worthy.
Yeah, it was a foul. It was
definitely a foul. I just don't think
because the way the player just drops to the ground, do you know? I just thought you're doing too much. There wasn't that much contact, but it was a foul. If that makes sense.
Boys, you'd be better off saying he should have been sent off because, like, all the Everton fans are crying. Yeah, using that as their excuse. You still would have beat them.
Yeah, we know.
No, that
Say
ain't
should have
true.
gone.
Yeah.
We know.
But you
Yeah,
see,
I
the thing
think if
is,
Chris Wood starts, I don't think Kanai will start. But
I
we'll
think
put
United should
You,
start.
you reckon you still start?
No. I think Klopp's gonna do what you're saying. Even though I would like Kanate, I would still put Matip because I think he will go with Matip. The thing is, like I was saying before against Everton, yeah. As much as I rate Jurgen Klopp for taking him off, and obviously he could have got sent off, I also want Ibu to learn, and I want
Yeah.
the manager and like to fully trust him and go, "You're playing with a yellow. I need to see you now manage this," because there will come a time where that has to happen. So it can't always be a case of I have to take him off his on a yellow. The player also needs to be a bit smarter as well. But yeah, I agree. I would still go Ibu, but I think he's gonna go Matip though. I think he'll go Matip.
Left back obviously is going to be Simic. Well, in fact,
Well, Chambers. How well did Chambers play?
he was okay. He was good. He was good.
Unless
Do you
he
think
goes,
it's going to be Simicas or
Joe
Gomez?
All right, I think we're doing in fact, you know what? Actually,
Simicas did get a full rest.
yeah.
Wait, what about Miss Gomez? Are you talking about Joe Gomez?
Yeah. So the talk is Gomez might play left back. So we do the inverted system. And
why is everyone trying to copy Pep, man? Just play normal football, man. Freaking hell, man. Seriously, Gomez can barely play at right back or centre back, man. You're gonna shove him at left back.
Nah, do you know what? I won't say he's changed.
No, this season he's good.
This season's been very,
I
very
wouldn't
good.
play. I wouldn't play him left back. I wouldn't.
Bro, Taiwo absolutely slapped him around at the City ground when we beat you.
Yeah.
Like he targeted Gomez, man. I mean, he won't be playing tomorrow, but I don't know. As a left back, even if you're inverting him, I'd be inverting him onto the subs bench from there. Seriously.
Nah, do you know what? I have to give him his props. This season, Joe Gomez has actually been immense, you know. But if you're talking of last season, yeah, because we won't even go into that because I don't want to disrespect Gomez because you see last season, mate. Yeah, there was a lot that went wrong last season. Yeah. However, this season, he's done well. It sounds weird. I actually agree with Cal. Do you want to know something? For this game here, I actually would like to see Joe Gomez at left back, obviously. But when we do the whole, like I was talking about the transitioning from attack to defense, it would be better having 3 natural centre backs there rather than a fullback. So I still think he'll go Simicas Cal, but I would have liked to have seen Gomez. Or do you think he might try? What do you think?
I'm 50-50 on what he's going to do. I'm going to put Simicas in there only because Simi got a full 90-minute rest the other day. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Gomez.
Okay. Do you boys think you need another centre back to really push on?
Yes, 100%. Yes, 100, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
So Bosley, right centre midfield, I think we can all agree with.
Yeah. Is Curtis Jones back?
Or is he still suspended?
Oh my gosh.
So do you think it's Gravenberch again?
I think it's Gravenberch.
Then we know what that means then. McAllister.
Yep. You know Endo's not starting.
What are you guys saying on that? What do you guys want to see there?
Massive risk, especially in this game, because you're very physical and combative in midfield. In general, I don't like it because it's taken away from McAllister being at his best. As a left-sided 8, McAllister could be one of the best in the league potentially. Yeah. We're not getting to see it.
But why are you not using Gravenberch as the 6 if he's not going to go Endo? This is the thing, because Gravenberch can do it.
This is all right. So this is what I was thinking, but I've said this before. Yeah, I've said. Remember, Cal, Gravenberch is capable of playing the 6. Obviously, the discipline would have to wait and see how he would cope. However, playing under Jurgen Klopp and playing under other managers is very different. And I'd like to think that Gravenberch could also learn on the job. And the reason why I think he's better suited, he's a bit more press resistant, in my opinion, than McAllister. I know McAllister is very good at protecting the ball, but Gravenberch is actually a master at protecting the ball. And remember when I tell you how he can just spin out of trouble? He's got that ability. And not only that, when we defend, we don't necessarily have to defend in a flat 3. It can also be defend as McAllister and Gravenberch working together as a combo. So I've got no issues with that. So maybe we could swap them and just move Gravenberch and McAllister to the 8. But it's whether Klopp's going to do that, bro. And as things stand, it doesn't look like he fancies that at all.
I'd agree with what you're saying. I think that's spot on because he can play that. Do it as almost a double pivot
Yeah.
with McAllister. I don't know why I'm trying to help you, lot. I need you lot not to. But it's something
But you
can
see the sense. You see the sense behind it, though, right?
Yeah. And especially once he missed that. How did he miss that chance against Brighton?
Yeah, I don't even know.
That's probably been the only bad thing he's done since he's been at the club.
Yeah, agreed. You see the Endo thing, though, Cal. I'll go with you on this one because I didn't see the game. I didn't see the game, but he scored. Obviously, I just saw the.
He was very good. Like he was my man of the match.
Okay, but
he was my man of the match.
But I don't want to do this. I'm just asking a question. I know the people are gonna get at me now. But did he look good because it was against Toulouse, though?
This is the thing. You could.
It's hard to gauge, isn't it? Yeah, it's hard to gauge
say because we haven't seen him given any Premiership games. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So for me personally, if it's up to me, I'm starting Endo in the 6 and I'm playing McAllister left centre midfield.
So we could
rotate
that.
Or Gravenberch left. But either way, I'd be starting Endo, but I know we won't.
Do you think Klopp, just quickly for me, do you think Klopp is a little bit too worried about dropping either Gravenberch or McAllister because they're so key? The way how we're playing now, McAllister is so key to our build-up play, regardless of where he is on the pitch and his intelligence. Gravenberch has now stepped into Curtis Jones's role and is doing an absolute madness as things stand. So he's probably thinking both are fit and firing on form. I can't drop neither. However, it's almost like, so when are you going to give Endo a chance then? Because here's the thing, like you're saying, Wolfie, you were talking about copying Pep with the formation thing.
Yeah.
What I'd ideally like Klopp to do as well is copy Pep sometimes with rotations. Because sometimes he can be a bit guilty of playing his favored team. And the reason I'm saying favored is I know Szoboszlai is so important to us. But you do realize there's maybe a game here or there that maybe just bring him off the bench, just give him a little bit of a breather, because the way how you want us to play is so intense.
Completely agree.
You boys talk sense, man. You boys talk sense on what you're saying. It does make a lot of sense because, like, as an outsider looking in, I'm agreeing with a lot you said. I've watched pretty much all your games apart from the Toulouse one, and what you're saying is spot on.
Yeah,
I think you'll be okay. Don't worry, though. I wouldn't panic yourselves, right? You're not going to need a CDM tomorrow. Yeah, don't worry about that too much.
We hope not.
Yeah, for real.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's that burnout thing that I worry about later on in the season.
Precisely. Right wing, obviously, we know that's Salah.
Yeah.
Left wing.
Yeah, see, all right.
Does he go Diaz or Jota?
Go Jota, man. Diaz is crap. Don't go.
In fact, you know what, Matt? I'm going to switch it actually because this will help with the. Does he go Nunes or Jota through the middle?
I knew he was going to say that, All right, so here's the thing. We've seen it. Jota and Nunes are the complete opposites as things stand right now. Nunes does everything right, but sometimes he'll miss the chance. Jota can do a lot of things wrong, and will just get a goal. Now, obviously, there's times like look at Jota's goal like on Thursday where he ran through, and that was an amazing goal. But then you'd maybe argue, look at Nunes' overall performance, and Nunes was causing problems when he was playing. So this is a tough one because we're at Anfield, and I reckon he wants to give Nunes as much confidence as possible. I think he'll start with Nunes.
Okay.
I think you're right to pick Nunes.
I think
Nunes is more physical than Jota. I know Jota scored 2, I think, when we played you at Anfield, but you got to take into account Bolly is huge. He's like a brick wall, and Murillo is tonked as well. And if Niakate comes in, you're looking at a real physical presence. And I think Nunes has got more of a stature than Jota. Even though I rate Jota, I just think it would be more sense if you're looking to win the match. If you can get physical with our defenders, probably your better option would be Nunes for me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think Nunes will get the nod as well.
Yeah, but this is all right. So here's the killer now. Does he go with Jota, who's in goal scoring kind of form, or does he go for Diaz, who again, Diaz is the best creator that, like, in terms of like wing wizardry, he can create something out of nothing. But the difference is, though, is that I think Jota might work a bit harder, and Jota's obviously better, in my opinion. Jota's actually better defending, and it's how he's, because if you go to if they go to a back five, Cal, is he going to be thinking, Klopp, oh, I've got to be a little bit worried about potentially Serge Aurier getting forward? Is Diaz going to be disciplined enough to get back? Because Diaz gets back, but he's not, like, he'll trap back and sometimes win the ball back. But I think Liverpool or Klopp trust Jota a bit more from a defensive point of view. What do you think?
Oh, he might trust Jota, but the thing is, Jota can be reckless. I think Diaz is a bit more measured in his approach. But I think if we're going to go up against the back three, I think you need a player who might hang wide a little bit and then also take up that space in between the right back and the right centre back as well. Yeah, and I think Diaz is the one to do that at the moment, because his the way he's able to beat a man and open up space for others, I think could be key in this game. I would go Diaz, and then you've got Jota still as well. Come off the bench.
But it just wouldn't shock me though that we all see the lineup tomorrow and then we're out of nowhere. Oh, Jota's starting. Oh, raw.
But I think the fact that Jota played most of the game the other day and Diaz didn't, I think
that's a good indicator as well. Yeah, and I forgot about Cody. I know Cody's he's just
come back. Yeah,
he's just come back. So I'm expecting Cody to be on the bench anyway. Yeah. But that's good that he's back, because
I think what he's saying is right, because Cooper will look to block out the middle of the park. So you're gonna need Salah being hot, and you're gonna need whoever the better, wider player is for you guys on that side. I think he may. I got a feeling he may put Einar in that right back position, but then he might want to pair him up against Salah. He's gonna need pace to block him out. So, man, I love that you guys are arguing Diaz or Jota. Man, we can't even freaking put two attackers out, and you go there Diaz or Jota. Seriously, man.
So, prediction time. Before we do that, make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. But also, make sure you hit the link in the title of this video and go and subscribe to Forest Fan TV as well. Wolfie is our guest. We'll start with you. Score prediction, bro.
When was the last time you didn't score at Anfield?
Oh, that would have been. Hold on. Did we have a? Was that no? It wasn't last year, was it? That was more when we lost.
Come on, man! Don't say last year. Seriously.
It might have been. Did we? Maybe Chelsea last season. I know we drew away 0-0.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't think.
No, Leeds was 2-1. So we
genuinely can't. Do you know how far back we'd have to go? I'd have to actually type that in on Google.
Bro, seriously, man.
I'm not even joking. Seriously? That's how bad it is. Not when I say bad, I mean like that's how
Chelsea,
far.
Yeah, it was Chelsea home last season.
Oh, okay. So I was last season. Okay, I thought I was.
Was that 0-0 Bourfest?
Yeah. Well, both of them were, to be fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, so 0-0's out the window then. Like, do you want head or heart, man? Do you want head or heart? Seriously, it's like head says if you score early, you'll smash us 4-0. Yeah, because we haven't got anyone in attack. If Taiwo plays, I'd feel more confident. The best Forest can get out of this will be a 1-1 draw with a counter attack. But I will tell you this, guys: we've played Man City away, Arsenal away, Man United away, Chelsea away. None of them have smashed us because, like I said, Cooper's mastered this low block, boring, lock it out style counter football. So I don't think it'll be a huge one. I think if you haven't scored within 20 minutes, I think you'll build a little frustration. I think you'll still... I'll be realistic. I think it'll be 2-0 Liverpool. But if you score early, then... Fuck knows. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
No, you're right, bro. Matt, what are you saying?
He's right, though. Have to agree with Wolfie. There's a reason why they don't get smashed like that when they go away from home against the bigger teams, man. It actually suits the way how they want to play at times. I'm going to say we edge it 2-1, and it's going to be a bit of a nervy game, because I think we're going to find them a little bit hard to break down, if I'm being honest. Especially if they go 5 at the back, because he's asking our attackers to do a lot of one-on-one take-ons and create space. And it's also asking the midfielder, probably will be Soboslai, to take a gamble, maybe even 2 midfielders, because Remember, 5. They could do 5-3-2. You could have 3 central mids just in front of the back 5. Do you know how that's going to be a long day?
Yeah, it will be.
I'll be honest with you. So yeah, I think we'll edge it 2-1 personally.
Bro, who the hell's scoring for us in that 2-1?
I was going to say, man,
I just
like-
worry. Nah, we've seen it before. It could be our own mistake. Come on, we're guilty of mistakes at times.
No,
in Liverpool. We are. Like, look at the one with Virgil and flipping McAllister. Remember, Virgil a bit nonchalant, gives it to McAllister, doesn't realize, counter got like Alisson then slips over, makes it look like he ain't the best goalkeeper in the world. Like, do you remember when we conceded?
Yeah.
So yeah,
And we did score 2 at Anfield last season. Yeah. Yes, they were both deflected, I know, but they went in the net. I'll take it off the player's ass, man. I don't care as long as it goes.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. Okay.
I think it will be quite I think the fact that it is Wood up front, this is gonna come back to bite me. The fact that it's Wood up front, I think we've got the centre backs to be able to cope with that, which means I think we end up playing a higher line, which means we squeeze the pitch more and we could potentially do more damage. I'm going.
I am so clipping that once we beat you, man.
You know what? I'm going to slightly alter mine because at Anfield. I think we're averaging around 2 to 3 a game. Yeah. We're still going to concede. I think there's going to be some mad anomaly, but I'm going to go with the extra goal. I just like that scoreline of 3-1. That's been our scoreline this season.
That has been our scoreline. Again, no disrespect. The only reason I'm not going for a goal for Forest is because I think you'll play very reserved, and I think unless Alanga's able to do something on the counter attack, I think we.
No, but even a corner, bro. Even a corner, they might. Is
he completely out?
We don't know. He's not trained the last 3 days. He's touch and go, which probably means he'll start. Knowing Cooper.
Yeah, he'll start.
Yeah, 3-1.
I can't. Normally, I'd come here with chest and everything, but I can't. We've got two attacking players, bro. Just don't bend us over, man. Just be gentle. Like, seriously, just I'll take it.
I do think it will be a decent game, though. I don't think you'll come and just do like dark arts throughout the game, and I think you'll play like every time we've played against you guys, it's not been a game where we come away going Forest played dirty or anything. You play with integrity, but you give it 100%. So I reckon it'll be a decent game.
But let me ask you boys this question: when you came to the City Ground last year, did you think you were gonna lose?
No, I think I might have predicted a draw.
Did you, Cal?
No, I didn't.
I thought we'd win, to be fair. I didn't even then.
No, I didn't think
remember that for tomorrow. Just remember that for tomorrow. I got the clip button ready.
We lose to you guys, it's gonna be rough.
Anfield. I mean, flipping out, bro.
We'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you don't. Your WhatsApp, mate. You better mute me on it.
It's gonna be rough, but no, Wolfie, bro. Please tell the people where they can find you so they can come and support you.
Yeah, Forest Fan TV on YouTube. It's in the title. Just please go and click it. None of you have clicked it. I'm looking at the sub count live. None of you go show us some love.
Come on, guys.
We'll be doing the post match after as well. We are the biggest Forest fan channel. We're always honest in our opinions. So we'll be doing the post match. So if we do beat you, unsubscribe. But if you win, I'll be telling you my honest thoughts on the game and where it all went in. So yeah. That's where we are, boys. Thank you.
Big up, Wolf. You're a legend, bro.
Big up, man.
Big up to loads of you in the chat. Sadiq, I've been seeing your comments. Absolute legend. Big up yourself. Big up to LFC Aaron. I see Talkative. KLFC. Panda Pancake. John
the second. So, everybody's here, man.
Crick D. So big up to all of you guys. And if I've not mentioned you, it's not on post. Ensman TV. That's the one I was looking for. Go and subscribe to Ensman TV, guys. You guys are all legends. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Go and subscribe to Forest Fan TV. Subscribe here if you're new. Malama, anything you want to say to the people before we take them out?
Listen, let's just try and get this dub on Sunday, man. Tomorrow, man. Sorry, Wolfie, man, but we need those 3 points, bro. We need them.
Nah, big up everyone. Until we see you tomorrow straight after the game, have a great rest of your Saturday. Have a great start to Sunday, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Love.